Gather round the fire, friends, and let the flames cast their glow on a tale older than the stars above. A story of wonder, sacrifice, and a victory that echoes through the ages. This is the tale of Yeshua, the light of the world whose life changed the course of time itself. Once, in a quiet corner of the world in the humble town of Bethlehem, a miracle was born under a sky ablaze with a single radiant star. In a stable amid the lowing of cattle and the scent of hay, a young woman named Mary gave birth to a son. His name was Yeshua, meaning salvation, for he was no ordinary child. Angels sang in the heavens, and shepherds roused from their midnight watch came to see the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. Wise men from distant lands followed the star, bearing gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. For they knew this child was a king, though his cradle was no palace. Yeshua grew in Nazareth, a boy of wisdom and grace, his heart attuned to a divine purpose. He worked with wood alongside his earthly father. Joseph, his hands shaping beams and tables, but his soul was destined to shape the world. When he was 30, the Spirit called him to the Jordan River, where John, a wild prophet clad in camel's hair, baptized him. As Yeshua rose from the water, the heavens parted and a voice like thunder proclaimed, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." A dove of light descended, marking the beginning of his path. From that day, Yeshua wandered the dusty roads of Galilee, teaching with words that burned like fire and soothed like a breeze. Crowds gathered to hear him speak of a kingdom not built with stone or sword, but with love, mercy, and faith. "Blessed are the poor in spirit," he said, "for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." He told stories of lost sheep found, of seeds that grew into mighty trees, and of a Father in heaven who loved all his children. His words stirred hearts, but his deeds shook the world. He touched the blind and they saw. He called to the lame and they walked. He calmed storms with a whisper and fed thousands with a few loaves and fish. Even demons fled at his command, for his authority was not of this earth. But not all welcomed Yeshua's light. The powerful, the proud, and the fearful saw him as a threat. They whispered against him, plotting in shadowed halls. Yet Yeshua pressed on, his love unwavering, even as the shadow of a cross loomed in Jerusalem. During the Passover feast, he shared a final meal with his disciples, breaking bread and pouring wine, saying, "This is my body, given for you. This is my blood, shed for the forgiveness of sins." That night in a garden called Gethsemane, he prayed in anguish, sweat like drops of blood falling as he accepted the cup of suffering before him, betrayed by a kiss from one of his own. Yeshua was seized, tried in a mockery of justice, and condemned to die. They crowned him with thorns, mocking his kingship, and led him to a hill called Golgotha, the place of the skull. There they nailed him to a cross, his hands and feet pierced, his body broken. Above him a sign read, "King of the Jews," a scornful final breath, he surrendered his spirit, and the earth shook. The temple's veil tore in two, and the heavens wept. But the story does not end in death. On the third day, as dawn broke, women came to the tomb where Yeshua's body lay, only to find the stone rolled away and the grave empty. Angels in dazzling white proclaimed, "He is not here, he is risen." Yeshua appeared to his disciples alive, his wounds now marks of victory, his presence a promise fulfilled. For 40 days he walked among them, teaching and preparing them until he ascended to the heavens, leaving a charge to spread his message to all nations. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. And so, friends, the firelight flickers, but the light of Yeshua's victory burns eternal. His triumph over death broke the chains of sin, offering hope to the hopeless, freedom to the captive, and life to all who seek it. Because he lives, we are never alone. His love is a bridge between earth and heaven, a promise that no darkness can overturn. His kingdom grows still in every heart that turns to him, in every act of kindness, in every step toward justice and mercy. So let us carry this story beyond the fire's glow, for Yeshua's victory is not just a tale of old, it is the hope of the world now and forever. Sleep well, friends, under the stars that once sang his name, and may his peace guard your hearts.